Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Sean here, back again with another Madden 17 rebuild. Today, we're going to be taking on the Philadelphia Eagles, and so far, looking at this team, it looks like a lot of pieces are going to be gone. Jason Peters, Matt Tobin, Alan Barber, I don't exactly know if that's how you say his name, Stefan Wisniewski, Jason Kelsey, Brandon Brooks, I think it's Brandon Brooks, Lane Johnson's going to stay, but the rest of those guys that I just said are all going to get traded. Zach Ertz may get traded. I haven't decided yet. Brent Selleck will for sure. I don't think we'll be able to get anything for Dorial Green-Beckham or Nelson Aguilar, so they may be staying for this year at least. Ryan Matthews and Darren Sproles will definitely be traded, along with Chase Daniel, if we can trade him, in fact. But other than that, a lot... Actually, I think some of the pieces on the defense are going to stay. At least Rodney McLeod, Malcolm Jenkins is probably going to stay. Fletcher Cox is staying for sure. Benny Logan may get traded since he's in a contract year, I believe. Yeah, he is. Okay. Brandon Graham, he may stay. Vinny Curry's going to be gone for sure. Leotis McKelvin, I mean, he sucks, so it doesn't really matter that much, but he'll be gone. Connor Barwin is going to get traded. Nolan Carroll's going to get traded. Michael Kendricks may also get traded. Stephen Tulloch will definitely be gone. Jordan Hicks is probably... He's going to stay for now. If we can't get an upgrade, he'll at least be a solid backup. But he'll start this year for sure. So, actually, as for special teamers, Donnie Jones is going to be gone as well because he's making way too much money as a punter. So, I'm going to get on some trades here and be back with you guys when I get something going. With our first trade of this rebuild, we're going to be trading Nolan Carroll, Connor Barwin, and a 4th round pick this year for the Browns' 1st round pick this year and the 1st round pick in next year. With our next pick, we're trading Brent Selleck, Jason Kelsey, and a 3rd round pick this year for the Browns, or sorry, not the Browns, we already got theirs, for the Chicago Bears' 1st round pick this year and their 1st round pick next year. With our next trade, we're trading Ryan Matthews, Darren Sproles, and Brandon Brooks for Jack Mewhort and Philip Dorsett from the Colts. Well, after trying what seemed like 30 minutes to get David Johnson and John Brown, along with Dan Buchanan, Robert Kimdichie, they were not having any of it, and I wasn't really willing to give up draft picks for them. So I settled for Nigel Bradham, Stephen Tulloch, and a 7th round pick for David Johnson, but David Johnson is a hell of a running back. So we have our new running back of the present and future on the team. Holy shit, guys, we just got AJ fucking Green on the team. Oh my god. Jason Peters, a 1st round pick this year, and Benny Logan for AJ Green. Jesus. Carson Wentz is going to be one happy quarterback. So with this next trade, we're going back to the Indianapolis Colts, and we're going to get Ryan Kelly, their center that they took in the 1st round this past offseason, or this past draft, I think, for Vinny Curry, Chris Maragos, and Chase Daniel. Alright, so I'm not done making trades for now, but we have picked up some guys at free agency, like Eugene Monroe, and Derek Coleman, and Michael Vick. They're just kind of going to be some placeholders until next year, and kind of some backups just to fill in some places. We signed Kyshawn Jarrett again. We moved Jalen Watkins to corner, and he's actually worse at corner, but I thought he's been doing pretty well this year. I thought he was playing corner, but apparently he's playing strong safety. But I guess I was wrong. So we signed Nate Irving to be our backup middle linebacker, and I think his name is Danny Lansana. Yeah. Okay, so he's going to be the starting left outside linebacker for now, or at least for this year. But I'm going to go ahead and sim to the midseason, and we'll see where we're at. Oh, and I also signed Terrence Knighton to be our 2nd defensive tackle, since we are running a 4-3. Alright, so here at the midseason mark, we are currently 4-2-1, which is actually leading the division. This is the NFC East, so you know it's always kind of going to be like down to the wire in terms of who's actually going to make the playoffs. We're all pretty mediocre, honestly. The Giants are in 4th place at a 3-4 record. They're only, a game and a half or 2 games out of the division. But anyway, there are 5 players ready to negotiate, and who are they? Stefan Wisniewski, Donnie Jones, Matt Tobin, Trey Burton. Okay. Oh, shit, that's a lot of money for him. Yeah, we're not going to be bringing you back, and you're a punter, so I really don't care. And you're a backup, and that's a lot of money for you. So we're not going to be bringing any of these guys back. But actually, yeah. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and sim to the playoffs now, and we'll see if we do, in fact, make it. I hope we do. Carson Wentz, 7,000 XP, must be doing pretty well. At least I hope he is. But we'll see how he does. Hopefully he'll win Rookie of the Year. That would really actually help out. If he could get quick development at least, that would be perfect. But we shall see here in just a second. So here at the playoffs, we do not have a wild card game. So hopefully we actually got a first round bye. And we went 5-10-1. So in our last 8 games or whatever it was, yeah, in our last 8 games, or 9 games actually, we didn't have a bye week until after the midseason. We went 1-8. So that's not a good look. Anyway, as for some stats, Carson Wentz, 3,800 yards, almost 3,900, 27 touchdowns, 13 picks with a 60% completion percentage. Not too bad. Hopefully that won Rookie of the Year. I'm not entirely sure that it did, though. As for rushing, David Johnson had a pretty damn good year. 1,200 yards with 9 touchdowns. Kenyon Barner with 3 touchdowns as the backup. Actually, why was he the backup? I wanted Smallwood to be the backup. Shit. Receiving. Jordan Matthews led our team in receptions with 664 yards and 4 touchdowns, but A.J. Green had almost 1,200 yards and 8 touchdowns. Solid year to him. Zach Ertz came in third with almost 700 yards and 5 touchdowns. Green Beckham also had 7 touchdowns. Who gave up some sacks? Eugene Monroe gave up 9, and Lane Johnson gave up 2. I can't believe we only gave up 11 sacks all year. That's pretty damn good. Jordan Hicks got 123 tackles, which led the team. Tackles for loss. Fletcher Cox leads the team with 11 sacks. We got quite a few. Brandon Graham with 15.5. Greg Hardy with 12. Fletcher Cox with 7.5 interceptions. Malcolm Jenkins led the team with 3, followed by Leotis McKelvin, Kawan Williams, Jordan Hicks, and Jalen Watkins, and they all had 1 each. Forced fumbles. Greg Hardy had 3, Fletcher Cox had 2. There were multiple people with 1 forced fumble. Any defensive touchdowns? Malcolm Jenkins had 1. So that's nice. Must have been a pick 6. Pretty cool out of him. But let's check the awards and just hope that Carson Wentz won Rookie of the Year. We're in the NFC. Aaron Rodgers got Offensive Player of the Year. Any Eagles? Doesn't look like it. Defensive Player. No Eagles again. That's kind of surprising that Brandon Graham was not up there, at least, with 15.5 sacks. And Carson Wentz does win Rookie of the Year. That is actually fantastic. Wendell Smallwood comes in 9th with like 3 carries on the entire year. You're like, what? Okay. Defensive Rookie of the Year, I don't think we had any defensive rookies, or at least notable ones. Best QB, okay, these don't really matter. Let's see how many or how much XP some of these guys have. Carson Wentz has 32,000, not too bad. I was hoping for more, but that's pretty good. What about defense? Not a whole lot, but that'll be alright. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and sim to the offseason and use some of this XP, so I shall be right back. So pretty unbelievably, the Atlanta Falcons end up winning the Super Bowl. That's kind of weird. So here in the re-signing period, Kyshawn Jarrett will be rejoining the team next year. Kawan Williams will also be coming back. Yo, Le'Veon Bell is in free agency. Holy shit, he wants a $70 million contract. That's ridiculous. Oh my god. I can't believe it. That's too much money. Honestly, like, how much is this even gonna... 82 points. I'm not even first. I'm in 8th. That's... that's ridiculous. As for other free agents, though, Kawan Short is here. He may interest me. Actually, I don't think I want to get him because I'm kind of looking for like a little bit of a lesser profile type of defensive tackle to start behind Fletcher Cox. The rest of these guys are not all that interesting to me. Yeah, probably not going to sign anybody, but if I do, I will of course let you know. So apparently I need to be turning Phil Roster off because the CPU franchise tagged Stefan Wisniewski for whatever reason. So I'm either going to keep him or I'll trade him, but there is a center in free agency that I was going to look at signing, and I'll see if I can find him really quick. J.C. Treader. He's probably going to be the look. Oh yeah, we're trying to sign this guy. And we'll give him that deal and see if he likes it. 83 points, and we're not in first. Okay. I'm going to up it a bit. But we're going to be trying to trade Stefan Wisniewski, see if we can maybe finesse our way into getting a first-round pick. That would be quite nice. So I'll let you guys know if I end up signing J.C. Treader or any other free agents. But apart from that, I'll be looking for a trade. So, yeah, we'll try to do that. So with this trade, we are trading Stefan Wisniewski, J.C. Treader, and our 5th round pick this year for Ronald Darby, who's going to be our new #1 cornerback, even though he's really not a #1. We just need something back there because our secondary is some trash. Besides our safeties are actually good. We need a left tackle. I forgot we had Ryan Kelly, so he's actually going to start at center for the time being. And Alan Barber, or however you say his name, he's going to be starting at right guard for at least another year. Hopefully we'll find a replacement at some point next year, but for now he'll be the starter. On defense, we need a left outside linebacker and a backup defensive tackle and another cornerback, and we're going to look pretty decent actually. I signed Mario Addison to be our starting right end for this year. There were some other options, but they were pretty expensive, so I decided to go with Addison. But yeah, I mean this lineup's not looking too bad. It's just there's some holes, some big holes, namely left tackle, which I may actually move Lane Johnson over to left tackle and find something to do with right tackle. But I'll actually take another look at free agency real quick. But the draft has a lot of or a lot of the projected first round picks are all left tackles, but they don't exactly appear to be very good. So I don't exactly know what I'm going to do with the draft just yet, but actually Matt Tobin's here, but he's kind of expensive. But yeah, once I decide what I'm going to do, I may not do anything else here, but I will sim to the draft. So with our first and only pick in the first round so far, we're going to be trading back with the Oakland Raiders for their 5th overall pick this year, their 2nd round pick this year, and their 1st round pick next year. So with our 5th overall pick, we're going to be trading that and one of our 2nd round picks this year for the Bengals pick, which is 10th overall this year, and their 1st round pick next year. So with our 10th overall pick, we're going to be taking Noah Covington, a left tackle, and hopefully he'll be good. Quick development, and we reached 76 overall, but he's got decent stats. So not a terrible pick, especially when we really needed a left tackle. At least he's got quick development though. So yeah, actually not too bad of a pick, but we're going to skip ahead now and see when our next pick is. I think we have one in the 2nd round. So with this pick, we're going to be taking middle linebacker Devontae Ellison, and I'm just going to hope that he's good. Didn't even finish scouting him, so I don't know what his talent level is. Please be good, Devontae. Oh, God. Oh, God. Bad pick. No, I'm just taking a shot in the dark here. Going to take Lynn Page at D tackle. I think this is like this is the 4th round now. Oh, God. Alright. I will never take another player not in the first round again. This is pretty ridiculous. So, with this trade, we're trading a first-round pick this year, a third-round pick this year, and a first-round pick next year for Anthony Barr. We finally get that left outside linebacker we've been needing. This guy is really good. Can't wait to see what he will do on our defense. Now we just need to look for specifically at least another cornerback and probably another offensive lineman as well, because our cornerbacks still aren't very good. Ronald Darby, I'd be fine with him being our second corner, but definitely not the first. And our O-line needs a little bit of help as well. Still need a second D tackle. So I'll see what we can do. Wow, okay, I was not whatsoever expecting this trade to go through, but somehow we managed to get Darius Slay for 2 first-round picks this year and Leotis McKelvin, which I think is going to be extremely helpful because our cornerback situation is just completely trash. But Darius Slay is a legit cornerback in this league, so hopefully we'll be a bit better on defense this year. But yeah, so cornerbacks are now looking like Darius Slay, Ronald Darby, and Kawan Williams. Secondary is actually all of a sudden looking pretty good. Rodney McLeod and Kyshawn Jarrett at free safety with Malcolm Jenkins and Terrence Brooks at strong safety. Secondary is now looking solid. I think that may actually be all the trades that we do for right now. Gonna try to have a good draft this year, unlike last year. I would like to get another defensive tackle, but I may just pick one up in free agency. But I think this is the best that we can do for the time being. But that's gonna do it for. Yeah, that's going to do it for now. I'm going to sim it to the midseason and see how we're doing. So here at the midseason, we are sitting at a disappointing 3-4. Not entirely out of the playoff race, though, as we are currently second in our division. The Cowboys are really not doing well, which is kind of surprising because usually they're pretty good by year 2 or 3. How are we doing, though? Carson Wentz doesn't have a lot of XP. He only has 5,000 so far. Not really the best sign. Defense seems to have quite a bit, especially Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox, Jordan Hicks. I didn't use their XP from last year, though, so that is probably why. We do have some guys to negotiate with, though. Who are they? Anthony Barr. That's going to be a big one. Jack Mewhort, Jordan Matthews. I'm going to try to bring back these 3. Hopefully we have enough cap. Oh, yeah, we got plenty of cap. Actually going to give him a 7-year deal. Going to bump that up a bit. And please accept that, Anthony. Yes. Anthony Barr is coming back. Fantastic. May as well just try to do this all now. Jack Mewhort, I'll give you a 7-year deal too. Will you come back? Yes, you will. Fantastic. Jordan Matthews, quick development. Good. Good. I'll give you a 7-year deal. Come back. Thank you. Okay. So that's actually... Yeah, those are probably the only players I'm going to be bringing back. I don't think I'm going to have many more in general at the end of the season, but definitely not any significant players. But we're looking pretty good in cap for next year. So hopefully there'll be a big splash type free agent signing. But we shall see. So I'm going to scout real quick, and then I'll be simming to the playoffs here shortly. So here at the playoffs, I see that we recently lost to the Chargers 52-35. Fantastic. So we end up going 5-11, winning 2 games in the second half of the year. How are we doing XP-wise? Not well. Our offensive line seems to be an issue. So that's something we're going to have to address this offseason for sure. Let's take a look at... Oh, okay. Press the wrong button, but Russell Wilson is the MVP. So I already know I'm out of the running for that. But let's take a look at the stats here. Hopefully we did well. and Carson Wentz had a pretty similar year to last year, 3,800 yards, 25 touchdowns, 15 picks. David Johnson had 1,200 yards and 6 touchdowns. Wendell Smallwood had 350 yards and 8 touchdowns. Receiving-wise, Jordan Matthews led the team in receptions again. 700 yards, 4 touchdowns. Dorial Green-Beckham had 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns. And A.J. Green only had 800 yards and 7 touchdowns. Very disappointing year out of him. Blocking-wise, how did we do? The rookie gave up 12 sacks. Lane Johnson gave up 8, and Jack Mehort gave up 2. Defensively, Jordan Hicks and Michael Kendricks were tied for leading the team in tackles with 121 each. Tackles for loss, Brandon Graham got 12, Fletcher Cox got 10. Brandon Graham led the team in sacks with 15, Fletcher Cox right behind him with 6.5, and Mario Addison in third place with 6. Wait, I just said 6.5, I think. I meant 9.5. Darius Slay with 6 picks on the year. That's fantastic out of him. Jordan Hicks with 3, and Ronald Darby with 1. That's kind of hard to believe. We only got 10 picks. Forced fumbles, though, we got 1 from 5 different players. And any defensive touchdowns? No defensive touchdowns. Okay, hopefully we won some awards, if at all possible. Definitely not an MVP, definitely not Coach of the Year. In the NFC, did not get Offensive Player of the Year. That goes to Le'Veon Bell, who signed with the Arizona Cardinals in free agency. Any Eagles up there, though? No. Defensive Player of the Year went to Danny Trevathan of the Chicago Bears. No Eagles up there again. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to the quarterback that the 49ers drafted with the number 1 overall pick, who's now up to an 87. Pretty impressive year out of him. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to this guy, Shane Staymates, cornerback that went to Seattle. This guy's actually pretty good. He has superstar development. I checked after the draft. Ben June was also pretty good. I was looking at drafting him, but he was gone by the time I had my pick. Devontae Ellison, the terrible middle linebacker I picked up, came in 9th. And those don't really matter. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and sim to the offseason now, where I'm just planning on having a really good draft, because if not, it may not be looking too good for our Super Bowl hopes next year, but what else can you do besides hope? So, anyway, I will see you in the offseason. So, here in free agency with about $37 million to spend, Zach Martin is a free agent. You already know we're going after him. This man will be a member of the Eagles when it is all said and done, and we're not even in first. Okay, I will give you whatever you want, because you're going to be a Philadelphia Eagle. We need some more offensive line help for sure. What else do we need, though? We need another defensive tackle. We need a right end, and looks like we're not going to be finding them in free agency. I would also like to get a new right outside linebacker, because Michael Kendricks does not at all fit our scheme. And honestly, Thomas Davis might do it for us. He's got good zone coverage, which fits the scheme quite well. I know the Panthers are a 4-3 team. So maybe we'll try to give him a little bit less money and see if he will join the team. I'm not sure exactly what else I should be looking for here besides O-line, but I'm also thinking about making an upgrade at receiver, because I don't think Jordan Matthews is really going to get it done. Weston Richburg might actually be a good look for us. But yeah, actually, apart from Zach Martin, there's not a whole lot else here that I would want. So I'm gonna give him a little bit more money and just hope that he comes here. So I will let you know if he in fact does, and if I can get some trades in the works here in a minute. So Zach Martin and Thomas Davis both end up signing with us, which is pretty nice, considering, you know, the offensive line state. If he wasn't a free agent, I was probably going to trade for him anyway, honestly. I definitely want a new center, because Ryan Kelly's not going to get it done, and probably a new left tackle as well. Offense is looking alright. Although I may actually try to trade Carson Wentz for a better quarterback. But I don't know. I'll have to think about that. But for sure, we definitely need another right end and defensive tackle. And I need to get a new right outside linebacker as well. Oh, wait. Thomas Davis is here. I'll think about doing something there. But definitely a new middle linebacker. Actually, not definitely. Maybe a new middle linebacker. But Michael Kendricks is most likely going to be traded here very shortly. That was incredibly easy. So we're trading our first round pick this year, which is the 29th pick, along with Michael Kendricks and some Henry dude that plays center for us, that no longer plays center for us, for Luke Kuechly, which is pretty nice. Definitely got the middle linebacker situation figured out now. Reuniting him with his former teammate, Thomas Davis. So that's pretty cool. Might look to trade Jordan Hicks now. Yeah, probably going to look to trade him. So our linebacker situation is all of a sudden looking quite nice. Defense overall looking pretty good. Besides the right end spot, definitely needs to be a change there. And like I said, another D tackle. Gonna look for it, along with center and left tackle upgrades. Somehow this got accepted. We're trading Jordan Hicks and 2 4th-round picks for J.J. freaking Watt. Like, I don't know what the Texans are thinking, but my God. We have 2 99s on the team now. Defense is looking just stacked. We're going to put J.J., right end. Still need another D tackle. Still looking into that. And O-line. So I'm going to keep on that. Holy shit. So, guys, I just went out and got Julio freaking Jones. 2nd round pick next year, Mario Addison, and a 4th round pick this year. Holy crap. I can't even believe it. Jeez. Alright, if we don't win the Super Bowl, I don't know what will. This is pretty crazy. Oh, man, I do want a center. But, yeah, this is just ridiculous. Like, Julio Jones and A.J. Green on the same team. If Carson Wentz does not do well, I don't know what to do. But there's still a couple moves I'm going to look to make. So I will be back with you when I do, or I will be at the draft. So with this trade, we're trading Dorial Green-Beckham, a 3rd round pick, and Kawan Williams for Leonard Williams from the Jets. The defense is looking quite nice. Although I don't have a nickel corner now besides Jalen Mills. But just look at this D-line. Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox, Leonard Williams, and J.J. Watt. With the linebacking core of Luke Kuechly, Anthony Barr, and Thomas Davis. With the safeties of Rodney McLeod and Malcolm Jenkins. Like, this defense is nasty. It's crazy. This offense, though, I mean, besides the receivers, it's a bit of a question mark to me, but we'll see what happens. I don't know that there's much more that I can do until the draft. Actually, I don't think there is. So I'm going to go ahead and scout some players, and I'll send to the draft. So here at the draft, we have the 5th overall pick, and we're going to be taking this cornerback, Kenyon Stallings. He's got really solid top 3 stats or skills, and he had a really good combine. Hopefully he'll be good, and he has quick development, number 2 in the entire draft, 81 overall. Good stats, low play rec, which should be easy to get up, along with low awareness. So definitely a good player. Happy I picked him. We don't have another 1st round pick, and I don't think we have another pick until the 5th round. But it's looking like our roster is pretty much going to be finalized going into the last season. We did actually upgrade at corner. This guy that I just drafted is actually better than Kawan Williams. But let me see if I can just trade away this pick. Yeah, I'll take the 3rd. But yeah, it's looking like the roster is pretty much going to be how it is now. Can't actually look at it. Well, I could, but anyway, I will get back with you guys when the draft is over. See if I want to make any trades. before the season starts. But if not, I'll skip ahead to mid-season and then see how we're doing there. With this trade, we're trading a cornerback left outside linebacker Hutton, and a third-round pick this year for Travis Frederick. Finally got that upgrade at center, and we now have $260,000 in cap room, so I don't think we're going to be doing anything else. This is going to be probably the final roster. The line is looking much better, except left tackle. Julio Jones, Jordan Matthews, and AJ Green are your starting receivers, along with David Johnson. Carson Wentz still only at an 82 overall. I did use his XP to get him up to superstar development, but so far, or at least last season, he didn't really do too well. But the team as a whole didn't really do too well, so that hasn't really helped us that much. But still have Zach Ertz too. And that defense is just looking fantastic. Yeah, so gonna go ahead. Actually, I'm gonna use some XP here, but after that, I'm gonna sim to the midseason. Hopefully, we'll have a good record, because if we don't make the playoffs with this team, like this is a damn good team. Okay, it's just we're gonna have to do it. So here at the midseason, we're actually 5-1-1, which is solid, I guess. We're leading our division as of now. The Cowboys are in second with a 5-2 record. Hopefully we can stay in first. Not even going to worry about re-signing players, because this is definitely the last year. Actually, I kind of wonder how much cap room we're going to have for next year. I'm actually slightly interested. Not a whole lot. And just look at all the people we'd have. Well, there's only 3 really big guys we'd have to re-sign, but yeah, I mean, it's... I don't even know if we would have the cap for all that, but looking pretty solid here at the midseason. Carson Wentz is 8,000 XP, not too bad. So I'll go ahead and sim to the playoffs, and hopefully we make it. So we're here at the playoffs, and we won the division, but we're taking on the Cowboys in the wild card round. So we ended up going 10-5-1. Wait a minute. Did I just see that? No. I thought I saw J.J. Watt got MVP. I was about to be like, what? Wow, Carson Wentz is not that good. Okay, 3,600 yards, 22 touchdowns, 14 picks. That is incredibly disappointing, honestly. But for David Johnson, 1,300 yards and 10 touchdowns, not too bad. AJ Green, 98 catches for almost 1,200 yards and 7 touchdowns. Julio Jones only got 862 yards and 3 touchdowns. That is absolutely ridiculous. What about blocking? And a left tackle gave up 9 sacks. Lane Johnson with 4 and Jack Mewhort with 1. Defense, Luke Kuechly led the team in tackles with 125. Tackles for loss. Oh, God. Okay, J.J. Watt had 23 tackles for loss and 25.5 sacks. That is amazing. Brandon Graham also had 19.5, followed by Fletcher Cox with 12 and Leonard Williams with 10.5. Luke Kuechly had 5 picks as well. Ronald Darby with 4 and Darius Slay with 3. Any forced fumbles? 2 from J.J. Watt, 2 from Fletcher Cox, and 2 from Leonard Williams. And we got at least 3 safeties. We got 3 safeties, at least 1 defensive touchdown, and yeah, the 1 from Luke Kuechly. That is pretty awesome. I mean, I told you guys the defense was sick. Russell Wilson wins MVP again. Any Eagles on here? Wow, that's really surprising. Well, the Chiefs had the best record. Well, they were tied with the Seahawks for 14-2. That is interesting. Russell Wilson wins Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year, already saw it, but goes to J.J. Watt. Luke Kuechly came in 7th, and Brandon Graham came in 10th. Rookie of the Year, who did we draft? We drafted a corner. We don't have an offensive rookie. He came in 7th. I didn't even see his stats. He must not have done all that great, but the defense was quite nice. I actually want to see our rank here, if it'll pop up. 1st in the NFL. What'd I tell you guys? That defense is freaking sick. Alright, so let's get into this game against the Cowboys now. I feel like we're definitely going to win it. I don't see how we wouldn't, but we are a 94 overall compared to their 85. So I think we have a good shot. So here going up against the Cowboys in the first quarter, nobody scored yet until we score a touchdown, which is good, and they score a touchdown as well, and they get a safety. Shit. We scored before halftime, good, 10-9. Score another touchdown, 17-9, and they tied the game. Can we score, or we kick a field goal, and we win. Okay, good. Very good. We're going on to the divisional round. Very happy with that win. It was pretty ugly though, but hey, we got the job done. Well, now this is something that I did not expect whatsoever. We have a 99 offense and a 97 defense. If anything, I would have thought it would have been flip-flopped. Like, I understand that we have Julio Jones and AJ Green and all that, but our quarterback is like an 84 overall. But when you look at the defensive line specifically, like, it's insane. It's honestly insane. So in the divisional round of the playoffs, we're taking on the 84 overall Detroit Lions. They went 12-4 in the regular season. So taking on the Lions here, we are away. They score first, but we tie the game with a field goal. And it looks like we got stopped at the goal line. They go on to score a touchdown, so it's now 17-3. Oh man, 24-3, 31-3. Jesus Christ, 31-10, 38-10. We put up a fight. 17. Oh my God. Oh jeez. I can't believe it. Matthew Stafford put up 5 freaking touchdowns on our defense. No way. There's literally no way that happened. What the hell, Madden? That's ridiculous. We may be needing to go to a season 4. I'll have to take a look at the cap and decide. But holy shit, that's disappointing. This team is so much better than that, honestly. 94 overall, 99 offense, 97 defense. I don't get it. So unfortunately, I currently have like negative $6 million in cap room, so there's no way I'll be able to go to a season 4. It's very disappointing that we couldn't even make it past the divisional round, but it is what it is. I'll have to win the Super Bowl next time. Currently 0-2 in winning the Super Bowl in 3 years with the Jets and now the Eagles. But if you guys made it this far in the video, drop a like if you enjoyed it, and feel free to leave a comment telling me what team you would like to see me rebuild next. That'll be it for this video. I'll see you guys next time.